Captain's log, stardate 1126201921.1. Starship Excelsior's log, NCC 77246. So I want to do a short video this evening. What's going on, etc., etc., etc. Now, I've been watching some videos off and on a few hobbies that I like. One being travel trailers, and that's one of my hobbies, and another hobby is cooking. But then again, if you're 13 or under, get the fuck off my channel. I'm not going to lose my channel because of you people. Anything over than that, well, if you're 18 and over, welcome. Right? There's a few topics I want to talk about tonight. I got into it today with my cousin-in-law, Dinkster. We were conversing about transgender people. A couple things I want to say. First of all, I'll be making a couple transgender exclusive videos with the help of Chloe. We got a couple things. The subject will be transgendered issue. Not tonight. I got to put together my notes. I got to get things set up. And, it's free content for y'all to understand transgendered people. Okay. Now, I saw a woman who was attacking others today, and I frankly don't like it. Okay. It doesn't have to do with my beautiful cousin, Dinky. She's awesome. She basically brought up something that was really badass today. Again, I agree completely with her that the transgendered community, and I'm just going to touch light base real quick, should not be pushing to take away titles for genetic women. If you're a man, you become a woman, you get breast implants or titty implants, and you have big, wide shoulders, masculinity, and you go out there and say, I got to be accepted as a woman, it's human rights. Fuck the human rights, okay? What it is simple.
And also don't claim to be born both if you're not.
Mm-mm. Now, people that are born...
Some of them will claim it.
Here's
anything they can. Go ahead.
Here is something that me and Chloe talked about last night after talking to Poppy on the phone. Transgender people that are born both. Sometimes both parts don't work. You can't get someone pregnant, and you surely can't impregnate. It's a mystical creature thing if you're a hermaphrodite. Now, if you fall under the umbrella of intersex, it's usually 4 or 5 different reasons. Chromosome abnormalities. You could be XX with male hormones in you. You could be XY with female hormones in you. You could be XXY, XXXY, or XYYY, or YYYX, or YYYY, or etc. etc. So basically, today was a great day. Besides a few small things. Like I said, just short video. Now, a couple arguments I've had with family is, and people don't understand out of love, is the fact that I am supporting Chloe. So when I get extra help, people say, oh, you don't need the extra help, you need to get rid of Chloe. Well, that might be. By the way, I'm regretting eating spaghetti for dinner. No offense. The spaghetti did not go good because spaghetti sauce and acid reflux is not good.
It's making me gassy.
With me, it's giving my stomach a lot of problems. Acid reflux. So, anyways, a couple of things I want to share with you all tonight is that I got to give me and Chloe our hormones. Another thing is, and we have injectable hormones, so we will be injecting the estrogen into our arm. We're behind. And so last night, talking about movie for a minute, I like watching movies on Amazon Prime. Last night I found, because I've always wanted to watch it, but I've never wanted to pay $3 or $4 that Amazon charges for every stinking fucking video. is a movie called Where the Red Fern Grows. Now, they have the original 74 edition. I grew up with it. Love it. Love the book. And then they brought out the remake with Dave Matthews. Now, Dave Matthews didn't do a too bad job, in my opinion. Nor the mother did. But, I found the book to be more enjoyable, but for the most part, the movie was about 60% accurate. So, on that aspect. So a couple things I want to talk about is, so I got up today, got my emails, been talking to a couple of people about travel trailers. Now, I've been looking with the help of Poppy and others, a truck and trailer to move into and go full time. Now, I've been watching some full time RV people that are really great people. And, some of them are like, oh, yeah, we sold everything we own. We live in a trailer. We do this, we do that. Yeah, but you guys just go and plunk $10,000 for a lifetime membership at an RV place. And then you got to follow this and follow that and do this. And then they're like, oh, well, you got to follow the states and this and gun laws and stuff. Yeah, well, you got to read what you have. I mean, literally. Let me talk about gun laws, for example. My cousin Corey is awesome, all right? Me and my cousin's always talking about gun laws from time to time. And the state of Washington has got some stupid fucking gun laws. Literally. I mean, you got to go down to the sheriff and get a background check, and they got to get your medical records and your mental records and all this bullshit. The federal government trumps the fucking state law, but apparently the 9th and 10th Amendment says, we could do what we want, so fuck you. So one of the things my cousin and I were talking about a long time ago was me moving to Oregon because I like gun laws and I don't like this shithole gun laws. Now, everyone knows I had guns. I got rid of them for protection of other people. Well, no, not because of me, because of issues. But here we go. So basically, it's the way it is. But I've been looking at travel trailers. I got some ideas. I've got some feelers out there. I talked to some people that said, oh, you want this? We can help you out with it. We could do that. I said, well, I want to downsize, put stuff in storage, get rid of stuff I don't need, and live in a trailer, and that's something that, sorry, just moving the bowl. Not that anyone needs to know. We can't talk about pets on this channel because, it might spark COPA. Don't talk about your service dog. Don't talk about your bunny. So I have a bunny, a little rabbit. His name's Ebony. Now, I would love to show you guys Ebony. He's a great little bunny. And, if my cousin-in-law was ever doing a video with me again, we would not be putting chickens in the video because that sparks an interest for children. And my videos are not for children. I feel like Chief Wiggins on Simpsons. All right, son. Oh, yeah, Daddy, I'm dumb. Duh. I saw a meme the other day that was funny. It was a Simpson meme. If this kid is lost, which it said something like "lost kid," showed Milhouse, and then it showed no reward. Well, if there's no reward finding Milhouse, then why would anyone in the Simpsons want to pay to find Milhouse? Let him be lost. Okay, enough said. So, another topic that I've been told that cherry tobacco, nope, is we're not talking about video games. Now, my cousin Dinky, she's awesome. She brought up a situation the other day today. It was about video games, and I, in the last couple months, have only spent money on underwear, socks, and a little bit of tobacco. Now, everywhere I go, and some people say, oh, it's a jealousy issue, or oh, it's something else. Because I'm supporting Chloe on my Social Security income, we're hurting. Literally. I mean, I've had to cut corners, honestly, and tell Chloe, no tobacco for Chloe. You can earn all you want, but if you can't do your chores, which, talking about chores for a minute, we're not going to go into negativity. we had to go out today to get paper towels. It was one of the things that was earmarked on money. What now?
Gassy as hell.
Oh, I'm gassy as hell. I got a fart. All right, Chloe's got a fart, everyone. Grandpa's stomach is really bad. Beat that. No, lady, don't look behind. Don't look behind you. You ever know the reference? It's Angry Grandpa and the sharks. As long as Chloe doesn't leave sharks on the wall, we should be fine. Usually when Chloe's gassy, it's too much information, but this is an adult channel. Adult channel number one. When she's gassy, you usually see her being gassy on the toilet, and then she goes, "Whoops, I got some diarrhea. I'm an angry grandpa." Talking about the toilet, she's actually ran there again. Okay, joking aside. I'm working on a game, which we can't talk about video games in this channel. It might instigate 12 years and under watching my videos. And if you're 12 years or under, or 18 or under, get the fuck off my channel. I'm a cowgirl. Now, some people said, oh, well, how are you going to combat the COPA thing if they decide to try to deem my videos are for children? Simple, cowgirls. I'm going to wear my bra. I'll do my video in my bra and panties. Maybe then they'll basically realize, or they'll just delete my channel because it's not financially viable for them, because I don't make any money at all on my channel. I just make these videos to vent my frustration. Oh, and if kids are basically drawn to the Christmas tree, I'm sorry, but that's my Christmas tree. It's not to draw kids to it. But I will plug it in because, we are bored. So basically there's a board cube in there. I got to get the other Star Trek ornaments. But basically, if you can see, there's the board cube right there. See? So, okay, joking aside. So we're not supposed to. It seems the water bottle is refilled. Good girl. All right. So basically, we went out today to get some paper towels, and I need to ask about the electric subsidy for being on a fixed income. I talked to my applicant, and she's like, "Oh, you guys need some turkey cards?" I'm like, "No, we're good. We're good. We're good." Well, here you go. Chloe's like, "Okay." Little freezer here. This one here. Turkeys. Then she's like, "I got a box I need to get rid of. You want to take it?" And I go, "Take it with what?" So turns out she gave us some soups. Again, we're not supposed to talk about cereal because that might instigate kids watching my channel. Again, this isn't about soup. And if kids are interested in the canned corn and green beans in the cupboard, then there's a problem, because this video channel is just strictly for adults. Or if you're interested in the Booker Nose box up there where it had 127 proof bourbon, drink 3 shots of that, you'll be under the table. And no, I'm not talking about children. Children should not be drinking until 21 years are over. That's how I see a child, okay? Chloe was talking about children today. She was getting really gripey and grunchy about me not giving her dip. And she's like, finally calmed down. She looked at me and she says, I don't understand. If a kid commits Grand Theft Auto, if a kid commits arson, if a kid commits murder, if a kid commits conspiring to commit murder, a kid does all these different things that are felonies, yeah, they're being charged as an adult. Well, I think by the federal government standard, it's 13 or over, I think. So back in the old days, I believe that they classified kids as working age, because back before schools were public, they didn't have high school, I don't know when high school diplomas came about, or et cetera, so don't quote me, but back in the old days, a lot of people didn't have schooling, and they worked their ass off. They worked their little asses off, or big asses, or medium asses off, on working in the farms. Apparently, at one time, unless you were a wealthy to-doer, you were a farmer. My grandparents in North Dakota were farmers. Our cabin, our family cabin, is a National Historical Landmark. That is really cool, but still, we are farmers. My grandfather was a farmer, sold the farm outside of North Dakota, and grandma divorced his ass. Yep. So basically, what's going on in the world is, when it comes to different things, is, now a lot of people sit there and see my channel and they say, "Are you male or female?" I'm female. Then they say, "Well, how come you're not wearing makeup?" Because hand and eye coordination's pretty bad. Okay, very bad. And so what I do is I, just live every day to the fullest, as I was telling my friend Heather today. And, but anyways, so I went over and talked to my advocate, and she gave us some turkey cards, and she gave us some other things, and she set me up with a winter's coat. Now, Heather is awesome. Heather owns her own yacht, okay? She owns a lot of rental houses. So I saw her today and I said, "Hey, girl." She's like, "Oh, Rita," gave me a hug. We talked, and, and she's like, "If you don't care that the coats are somewhat masculine, I got some really toasty coats for you. I'll bring them by." And I'm like, "Right on." So, it's not just about knowing people, and Heather drives a Corvette and owns a yacht. So technically, when she offered, I was like, cool, because I really didn't want to go and get the coat from the other place, but I went in and I said, "You guys do a coat drive." Well, my beautiful cousin Dinky, Corey, you are lucky to have a hot smoking wife. You invest in video games. Well, lately, I haven't bought any video games. I got some stuff on layaway, but that's it. Otherwise, I don't have any video games. I'm currently playing an old game for 2003 to pass the time till my computer gets repaired. I mean, literally, I am a poor person, okay? I've had to talk to people and say, "Hey, maybe I can review your trailers and review this, maybe be part of your team. And if you guys want me to go down south or cross country, you supply the truck, you supply the maintenance, supply the trailer. I'll go where you guys go." I mean, this is the deals that I make just to live comfortably. My cousin Dinky's like, "Well, you do survive somehow, and you always support yourself." Well, it's like, found out next month I'm paying January, I should say, not December, money that I owe for what I owe for my glasses. And I got my glass prescription. I just got to contact Zenny and get a couple extra pairs. I do love these ones. These are my favorite. I can't tell you how much more that I love these small glasses. And I mean, I have a glass case I keep with me at all times in my purse. I also keep a box in my purse that houses my hearing aid. And then I have a cloth thing. And I'm going to talk about being on a fixed income for a minute. Like this. I keep my glasses in here. I clean my receipts out. Whole bunch of receipts. But when I got my hearing aid, which I've been trying to remind Chloe to clean the little table over there because she keeps getting crumbs. And some of my Bible's got some crap on it I can't get off. And so I'm like, common sense. But anyways, in here is a lot of batteries. In here, I got stacks and stacks of batteries. Now, when I go down to Portland, I'm going to probably buy a stack load more batteries or go to Walmart. This is my battery case. I keep all my batteries in it. So usually when I travel, this will go with me. I know exactly how to put my hearing aid in, etc. So my cousin Dinky, she's like, "Oh, you got a hearing aid. We can't talk shit about you." Well, sometimes I wish my cousin's voice would be just too funny, but like, "My name is Tara. I'm Bobcat Goldthwait." Jokingly aside, she's cool. I keep this always on me, and my glasses are Tura glasses. And in it, I thought I lost this. That's why I went to the glass place and said, "I lost this. I can't find it." And they turned around and they gave me a stack like this of these little cloths. I can actually use them for other things. I keep a bottle of cleaning spray. I use it from time to time for my computer. It's called Glass Cleaner, so I use it for many things, including the TV. It actually works. And so you just use one of these little cloths to wipe down the big TV, so you don't have crap. This is a case where my hearing aid goes in at night. So with these cases, I would keep my hearing aid, there. So anyways, back to the story. So, my cousin Dinky, she's cool. She's like, and she's right, that, when we went in today, I need to ask about the fish for teeth because of Chloe. I had to ask about the electricity subsidy. And I said, hey, you guys told me when we first moved here there's a coat drive. I'm just curious. We don't have one. That's cool. And she's like, oh, let me make a phone call, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And so my opinion is, is that when it comes to all this stuff, Christmas coming, etc. My cousin and cousin-in-law is like, no gifts for us. My aunt and uncle, they said go for it, buy gifts. And, then you have my sister Teddy Bear, who is awesome too, and so, but they're all cool. But my cousin Dinky is completely right, and my cousin Dinky's awesome, and she's right that sometimes when you're poor, you should not be greedy, And I tried to tell the lady, no, we're good on turkeys. You've helped us out a lot. She's like, there you go. You support Chloe, so you need some extra turkeys. I'm like, all right. Because my cousin Dinky, I understand her meaning. Someone might not have a turkey and could use one. So if someone needs a turkey, I will gladly give them one. And so my family is like, oh well, you don't need a coat now. Well, no, I don't. I mean, I got a lot of coats coming in, more coats, and and so forth. So it's all cool. So but I wanted to share that with you all, So, went out with Heather, talked to her, did some stuff, and he got home, and Chloe's like, oh, what's for dinner? And I go, I don't know. Well, when she was in the other room talking to her friend, I put away the groceries, and I'm like, look, I got mushroom soup. Wow. Tomato soup. Love tomato soup. And I got chicken noodle soup, it's a family size can. So, that will stretch my meals out so I don't have to worry so much about groceries. And they gave us some ramen, a few other things Chloe doesn't like. So, and then they provided like turkey and stuffing and stuff. And Chloe, one of the things Chloe's grumping about was, we're not having Thanksgiving because you haven't made, we don't have milk for cornbread. Well, talking to my advocates, I said, thanks for everything. Now I just got to go over to the store and buy some freaking milk. So I went over there and got a gallon of organic 1%. They don't have non-fat. If they had non-fat, I would get it. Got the milk I needed because, and then when we got home, I put the groceries away. Again, if you're anything under 18 years of old on my channel, then get the fuck off it. But I had a bowl of cereal while waiting for Chloe. It was a multi-grain cereal, and I thought, oh, look, this must be one of those Honey Nut Cheerio multi-grains with sugars on the top because it tastes really good. I mean, I don't usually eat cereal. Usually I eat a couple bowls of bran flakes, but, with raisins, but
not gonna show that on YouTube.
The raisins.
Sure. Even if it's a Kashi whole wheat rice thins for adults.
Rice cakes.
Yeah,
They eat rice cakes.
Even if it's a Kahlua chocolate.
If I was going to review, alcohol and okay. Let me put it this way, okay. If I was reviewing, and I know Dinky from time to time gets some. I think at Christmas time it's gifts. The little boozy filled chocolates, where they have little bottles, and you look at it, it's like Jim Beam and chocolate, or Kahlua, or Rumplemints or whatever. I can't review it even with booze because it might instigate kids that want boozy infused chocolates. Like going and doing a review, talking, serious here
So
about
next,
channels.
beer and whiskey's gonna appeal to children. Oh, if you show a can of dip, it might appeal to children because it looks like candy.
Poppy was just bringing that up last night. He says, "Oh my God, what are you gonna do? Are they gonna censor your videos when you're doing a review on a $750 cigar because
Looks like
it looks like something a kid would be enticed to watch?"
or like a red skull.
Hold on, I got it. So, what do you want for? Okay, baby Chloe, what would you like for Christmas? Well, Santa, I want a $750 Gurkha HMS cigar for myself. I saw it on Living Simply and Fun's video. Yeah. Poppy's like, that is just wrong. Poppy's like, look, if I'm doing stuff like this in my video, chewing, spitting, chewing tobacco, smoking cigars, smoking cigarettes, drinking liquor. Like, when I do videos from time to time, Dinky knows this, I might be completely fucking inebriated, okay? I mean, if they sit there and say, oh, this video is for kids, and it shows a guy downing a half gallon, mind you, Chloe. Oh, here we go, just for an example. If you see a little Mexican guy, this isn't Jim Beam, but close enough, a Mexican guy drinking a half gallon of Evan Williams within a minute, right? Before he shows in the end, before the video where he's throwing up, and then after the video where he's throwing up, then there's a problem because, when it comes to this is not for children. My video, if I'm sitting there drinking Jim Beam and slamming down shooters, it is for adults. Like the other day, I did a video while talking to some people, and I got to try some other flavors out. This one here sucks donkey ass, but this is called Bird Dog. It is a blackberry flavored whiskey at 40%. Now, what I don't like about this is Bird Dog claims that they have two types of whiskey flavored. They got like 20 different flavors of whiskeys, and then they got non-flavored whiskeys, and the non-flavored ones are American bourbon, okay? Now, this stuff here that I was drinking, the Bird Dog, just because it was something I wanted to try, and Chloe said go for it. And that was my only purchase this month, by the way. And that's why Dinky says, oh, well, if you're buying a bottle of bourbon, what happened with the coat? The coat was a secondary thought. I just said, hey, with this, and this, because, my zipper broke. And I wanted Dinky to replace the zipper. And it's like, oh, well, I don't know how to replace zippers. So to me, I'm like, okay, cool. So I went out and I didn't pick up a coat today yet, or anything, because I just, didn't have time. I wanted to get to the store before they closed. And when I was there, I ran into Heather and it's like, oh yeah. And then Heather's like, oh, you want some coats? Cool. I was telling Heather, giving some good praise to Heather about Dinky. And she's just like, I'm going to have to look up their website for doggy coats because Heather's got two dogs and one is a Pompoo. A little thing, littler than Moppy. Not that we're talking about doggies on this channel, but cute little bitch. And really nice. And so basically, talking about booze, it was my only booze for the month. Otherwise, we got Bun Bun, who's trying to make a noise.
You can't have Moppy in her video.
Can't have Moppy in the video. Can't have Ebony in the video. Can't have Chloe in the video. They might say it's a gothic trans woman might be enticing kids to watch my videos. Just like I wonder how our friend Outlaw is doing. I bet Outlaw is getting a lot of flack too on his videos, even though he does.
Those dip cans may entice children.
The dip cans might entice him. His entire wall of Skull and other cans might entice kids. Okay, so basically we went home. I made dinner tonight. Tomorrow is Wednesday, which means tonight I told Chloe when dinner is done and that I'm done with this video. I told Chloe clearly to go ahead and pull the turkey out, one of the bigger ones, and we will have turkey for Thanksgiving. And I am still thinking to go to the store tomorrow because I don't want to go Thursday. Because the reason I went and did what I did today was I didn't want to go off island today with Chloe because, or tomorrow, we were planning tomorrow, is because ferries are going to be freaking packed. I mean, literally. Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, etc., the ferries are just freaking packed. And I don't know about you, but I think ferry service should not be running on Christmas. I'm sorry to say. Christmas, no. Christmas, they should be all at home enjoying their Christmas dinners and Christmas time with families instead of being on a 300 to 500 foot ferry going, Merry Christmas, welcome on board the Kittitas, or the Yakima, or the Chelan, or the Kalitem. I'm sorry, but you guys should have a break. You should be the Puyallup. Those boats should be in dry dock for the night and not being used. That's how I see it, and, talking about that. Now, I got some emails today from doctors that I work with, transgendered related, won't go into details. And they said, you're the oldest one that took 20 years to transition. I'd like to ask a question because I know the government's breathing down our necks, which is one of the topics I will be doing for them, was does sex changes save lives? Well, in my opinion, no. And I'll basically be brief. It's because sex changes do not save lives. You have all these trainings that say, oh, well, if I don't get my vaggie, I'm going to kill myself. I'm sorry, but if you kill yourself, you kill yourself. I know it's being cold-hearted, but the taxpayer shouldn't be paying between $100,000 and $900,000 or more dollars for your vaggies or your fallows. I call them fallows because a fallow is a penis and it's a man-made penis. Now, one of the topics that a family member brought up besides sports, which they should make a third class, which is a third flat class for class for sports, is because a genetic male shouldn't go in and beat the dickens out of a female when it comes to being demanding to be classified fully as female. You can't bleed, you can't have a kid, you're just a fucking artificial woman. Now, if you're a man, when you're doing gymnastics and you beat the shit out of a gymnastics or whatever, a female to male beating the shit out of a genetic man on female only sports, again, no, you're going to go into the trans only class system, which means it's fine. And I think at times that needs to be done. Now, when it comes to saving lives for sex changes, it doesn't work, okay? A sex change doesn't work because they asked me specifically, and let me just tell you, in my opinion, it doesn't fucking work, okay? You're wasting taxpayers' money. I got a woman who paid her taxes for 40 fucking plus years. Actually, I would say more likely 60 plus years of taxes, maybe 70 years. She's 94. You know, I'm talking about grandma, right? Mm-hmm. And Chloe agrees. Grandma should be taken care of. Grandma should be basically at the hospital for a week saying, oh, we can't do that surgery because it's invasive and you're too old, but we're going to give Joe Blow at 60 a sex change. I'm sorry. If you're 60 years old and you're going for a sex change to become an artificial female, then you need to fucking grow up. And
we can't say give your child a heart transplant because 55-year-old Krusty Jones will kill himself if he doesn't get his vagina tomorrow.
Krusty Jones, I think Krusty Kribs.
And,
Krusty Krabs.
I don't care if that child dies. That little kid could die for all I care. Because that means because they have bad heart. That means God wants them back in heaven where they belong.
I personally, religious aside, don't think God wants his children to die early because someone needs to have a complete sex change before they go pull the trigger or hang themselves. I'm sorry, stab a knife or eat poison or rat poisoning, or I'm sorry to say, do not do anything at all. If you're transgender, don't think of hanging yourself, killing yourself, stabbing yourself, or eating rat poisoning or setting yourself on fire. Nothing. The point is all these people with gender dysphoria is now sitting there saying, well, I can't look male enough, so I need to have a male face. So give me a male face, because even with the hormones, the beard isn't enough. My voice might not crack to being a man. So I need a male face. Well, if you have a male face and go, yeah, I'm a real woman. There's a fucking problem, as Chloe said, because, with me, people look at me and they're like, so you're a woman. What's with your voice? I smoked too many cigars in my life.
And you're a man. What's with your voice?
Well, I was around helium when I worked my last job. That's why I sound like
Helium. Helium only works for a little
That's
bit.
because I sound like when I do. That's like my voice is like this. I could never be manly again. That's why I need to masculinize my voice with surgery.
Yeah, masculine. There is no masculine voice surgery at all, from what I understand. Is there? I know they tried to lower the pitch on a male to female, but male to female has a lot of problems anyway with surgery. But anyway, so basically, someone asked about, does this save lives? And I said no, because, they brought it to me. Well, you've been transitioning for 20 years. You passed very well. You're a beautiful woman, and, and et cetera. And, I mean, even my cousin-in-law, Dinky, she accepts us as women. But the problem is, I agree with Dinky that unless you fucking bleed or you can have a baby, then you're not a female. But then you get these fucking dillwad jackass fucking cracking motherfucking crack whores that do these things, turn around and say, oh, well, genetic woman, some of them can't have kids, so if they can't have kids, that doesn't make them less of a woman. In my opinion, if you have to have breast implants, if you have to have a fucking artificial vagina, which, let's talk about that for a second. People say, oh, you have a vagina, you're a wonderful woman. Do you understand, okay, and I know my cousin-in-law Dinky says sometimes this is too much info, but I think I'm going to address this before I address the main video tomorrow or the next day, is do you understand the problem with being a trans woman, okay, is as everyone knows that if you're a trans woman, you, wrong size, these will sometimes fall out, have to dilate daily, okay? 3 times, 4 times a day, you got to dilate to keep the vagina open. You start with a smaller dilator, and you work up to the giant one. You can get 2 sizes bigger, which the trans community talks about the 2 sizes bigger, and they talk about how the bigger than this one, there's size 5 and size 6. You're basically wanting, and no offense to anyone watching this, and I'm only bringing this up I was talking to someone about bestiality today, my advocate, how, Family Guy is always talking about sex and stuff, and they're talking about how Brian got laid with Quagmire's dad, which Brian's a dog, so it's bestiality, which in my opinion shouldn't even be on television, but that's my opinion, is if you get in bigger than this, there's like bigger rounders than this, it can go bit rounder and rounder, that you're looking for, and I call it, I'm not going to say, oh, it's the African-American penis, because I call it the donkey dick or the horse dick. If you need something that holds a horse dick, then you got a fucking problem, okay? Some lesbians, they just want the smallest dilator, or they might want to go a little bigger, or a little bigger, or they might want to get bigger just because, but a lesbian's not going to be basically sticking a dick in them, so they don't care if it's a small dilator or a big dilator. So to me, unless you have a baby and can bleed, you're an artificial fucking woman. Plain and simple. I agree with my cousin Dinky completely. Now, if Dinky thinks I'm artificial, oh well. I love my cousin. My cousin and I have a working relationship. I help her with her business. She helps me with a lot of stuff. But when it comes to personal issues, on certain issues, I love her dearly, and I'm not going to question her on her motives, okay? I'm not going to sit there and argue with her. She says, oh, she can do the Mrs. McSweeney and Girls Interrupted, with the what's that girl's name? The main head one, not Angelina Jolie, but the other one, Winona Ryder. She says, we're going to have to agree to disagree. Well, that's Dinky, okay? Dinky has her opinion, I have my own. And when she says we have to agree to disagree, my motto is, we ain't agreeing or disagreeing. I'm staying the fuck out of this, okay? Now, I know Dinky sits there and says, well, if you didn't care, you wouldn't basically say, well, I don't give a shit. Well, my opinion is on certain issues like the trans issues, okay? Now, let's bring up 2 more things that I saw today on Facebook. One was, gay man does not want to have sex with a trans woman. Well, let's say a gay man is interested in the back door. So even if he wanted it in the back door for a trans woman, what if a gay man becomes a complete female and says, oh, honey, I'm a real woman now. You can fuck me. He's going to sit there and say, well, you became a woman. I don't want you. I want a man. I want a man with a fucking meat sock. Maybe the gay man wants to fucking suck a dick.
It's like in South Park when Mr. Garrison got a sex change, Mr. Slave left him.
Well, yeah, exactly. You know, it's
Mr. Slave wanted a man, not a woman.
Well, like you said, South Park, Miss Slave left him, blah, blah, blah. But now look at the trans community, okay? I want to bring this up wholeheartedly. I'll bring this up in another video again. But look at I was just telling Dinky to go watch some vids on several channels. Chloe's got it too. What was yours? 11 or 13 types, or was it 12 types of trans?
I think it's like 12.
12 types of trans. Okay, now there's a whole bunch. I'm going to have to go and make an updated video with Chloe's help. We're going to write down the notes. That's what we do. Now, I know Dinky turned around the other day and was talking about video games. Well, you know, if you can't afford a coat, why are you paying your video games? Well, I didn't buy video games. I actually bought, and it was like $5 as a deck of Uno cards. I actually went out and bought Uno because Chloe kept talking about Uno. Let me tell you, I'm going to say this to be negative towards Chloe, okay? This is my channel. I'm going to talk shit for a second about Chloe. But that fucking cunt ass whore plays fucking dirty. Add 2, draw 2, draw 4. Draw 2, draw 4. Draft 2, draft 4. Now, I'm going to take this wisp when I go down to Portland because I want to play with my cousins and see if they can outwit me. Because it just reminds me of Crazy Eights. I just love this. There's a new one called Dose. I'd like to see how Dose plays too. Okay. Now, the gay people want gay men, or lesbians want lesbians. They don't want their partners. A lesbian's not going to sit there and choose a post-operative trans woman to date. It's very rare. It's like 0.5%, 0.5%.
They want someone who's born female, just like a gay man wants someone who's born male.
Yes. Now, another thing on Facebook that happened, which is really big, and I will address this in another video too, temporarily tonight, was the trans community. Basically, I've talked to a lot of trannies, and I'm like, back 20 years ago, I've transitioned long enough that said that, why don't you date your own type? You can probably get someone that's your own type. They're like, no, honey, I need a big old dick and me a big old man dick. I'm a straight woman. And then you get the straight women who had the sex change and go, well, if you're a lesbian, you shouldn't be having the sex change. It should be only for straight women and straight men. You shouldn't be a trans man who wants a man, or a trans man who wants if they're a trans man and they want women, oh, that's fine. But if you're a trans man who wants another trans man or another man, big no. And a lot of gay men will not date a trans man. Chloe even knows this already. Now,
they don't date anyone as trans. Gays and lesbians don't date trans people.
Well, here is the next step in my video. Now, when it comes to being a woman, the other thing is, why is genetic men not dating trans people? Well, it goes like this. A trans woman is not a fucking woman, okay? The male mindset states that they are fucking artificial. A man wants a fucking big natural cunt. They don't want a fucking natural, anything but a natural snatch. They don't want a fucking man-made artificial taco. Yeah, and before we go into it, let me just tell you, there is a name out there where a guy I know who's Jewish, he's got a foot fetish, great guy, send him Christmas cards, he doesn't mind. He turns around and states, quote, unquote, women that are lesbian join the Knights of the Furry Taco. I like that. That's pretty damn funny, a furry taco. But honestly, through and through, look at the big fucking picture. A man does not want to stick his penis in an inverted penis because he is basically fucking stupid as fucking hell. And, well, maybe Dinky doesn't have dose. or that new Uno game Flip, because I just saw some others on Amazon. So the point is a genetic man will not basically stick his dick in an inverted penis because he doesn't want his masculinity taken away. And by the way, Chloe makes a good statement.
Or a cis woman doesn't want a man-made dick in her because it makes a straight woman feel less of a woman.
Well, yeah, and on top of that, a genetic
She
woman.
feels lesbian.
Exactly, and a genetic woman doesn't want a trans man because.
And the thing is, a lesbian doesn't want a trans woman because then she feels like she's with a guy and is straight. Or a gay guy doesn't want a trans man because he feels like he's a straight guy.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's all about the straightness. Like, for example, as Chloe just said, if a gay man goes out with a trans man, he feels like he's in a straight relationship. Or if lesbian's with a man who's now a woman, it is considered a straight relationship because.
And if a woman's with a former chick or guys with a former dude, they feel like they're not straight. They feel gay.
Exactly. So basically, it's complicated. But here's the thing: as some of the Facebook memes and the Facebook comments that I've read over the last few months, basically, and I agree 100%. If you can't bleed, you can't have a baby, you're an artificial woman. If you change your sex and you want fucking human rights and you demand human rights and you believe that
you don't believe you can't have a child, you're not biologically female. If you can't get a natural erection on your own or shoot out sperm, you're not biologically male.
Exactly. And what I was trying to say is a genetic woman who's having sexual intercourse with a trans man, the genetic woman's going to realize that the penis is being pumped up by the testicles, what is an artificial testicle balls, because that's all it is.
And she's gonna feel stupid.
And then a trans woman has sexual intercourse with a fucking genetic man. Men are good. They'll notice, oh, the vagina is higher or lower or whatever. So it's not moist, or you got to use lubricant. I mean, a lot of people that have sexual intercourse, trans people with condoms or non-condoms, they still got to lubricate the condom, even if they're wearing a condom, because of it. And so the point is they know. I mean, there's ways of telling if this person's a former dude. I mean, look, I've had a trans woman tell me in a meeting, because my family wasn't there, that was yelling at me that sexual intercourse as a woman is great. You just have to climax and use before you have sex, if they don't know, dilate from the smallest one and work your way up and then have sex with a giant donkey dick. I'm sorry, but I don't need to have sex, okay? That's the thing. People sit there in the trans community say if they don't get post-operative, they're going to kill themselves because all they want is fucking dick. Or as Chloe would say in Arizona, fucking trade. I'm sorry, but
they want it's their fetish. It's a fetish.
With me, I was talking to the doctors, and my family knows it. Dinky knows it. Corey knows it. The surgeons I talked to today in email, they specifically asked me, it took you 20 years. You were going to transition no matter what. And therefore, it took you 20 years, but you're post-operative now. And would you have killed yourself? No. I would have just kept chugging along, living with faith. Some people have faith, some don't. Thing is, I've learned, don't give blessings to people that don't want them. But I do believe that out of love, that that these people are fucking doing it. I mean, look, as I told family, including Dinky, if a person is going to have a sex change before the age of 18, say the parents start their hormones at 4 years old and male blockers and keep it all the way to their surgery time, I'm sorry to say, and they feminize nicely from that, and they get treated as a genetic girl and they can't have kids. And then after surgery, they can't have orgasms and they kill themselves. Then they weren't supposed to have a sex change or start one at a young age. The kid doesn't know whether they're male or female, or is my favorite word, and another word besides toying, is the toaster. They don't know if they're male, female, or a fucking convection oven. Oh, yeah, Mom, I feel like I'm a convection oven. I want to be oh, Mom, I don't know if a male or female are a rotisserie.
Oh yeah, I got my lizard today.
Rotisserie, that's just too fucking funny. Or blender. I mean,
Or I feel like lizard today.
well, exactly, so honestly, we'll touch base more on these topics, but my point is you can't demand human rights. The human rights aren't there, and you can't fucking go to Congress and say, I need to be accepted as a real woman so I could be accepted as a real woman and get dick in me. Thing is, if a man doesn't want to fucking form a dude, he doesn't need to. It's called fucking freedom of choice. It's not about fucking forcing it on others. The Bible says we have freedom of choice. The fucking government says we have freedom of choice. For example, if one of my cousins, I'm not going to give names, whoever, wanted to go plug someone at Fifth Avenue and think they can get away with it, don't think of plugging anyone at Fifth Avenue in New York. It was just a statement. Then it's their freedom of choice to commit murder. But then these parents ram down sex changes and their kids don't have the fucking freedom of choice. Let's put it to this way for a couple minutes. I know my cousin-in-law Dinky's watching this, and so is probably Corey. This whole fucking COPA thing, again, people say if you don't check the box, you could be fined. Well, YouTube can turn around and do a fucking sweep and say this video or this channel, Airy Sky really isn't making any money, so we're gonna delete it because A, she swears, and B, it's not making us any fucking money. My Living Simply and Fun channel, where we talk about living simply, fun, and cheap. Like I could do videos just traveling to Portland and be like, how to live cheap in Portland. Go down to Portland. Hang out with your family and let them buy all the beer. I mean, that is just wrong. Okay. It is funny. I just threw that in there because I know I got people watching, but you get the idea. I could do that as living cheap and cheap. I mean, literally. But honestly, out of love, they could say my channels aren't viable and delete them all. That means I lose my YouTube account and I use all my things, which if they went and deleted 32 million money making, non-financially viable channels, like the one I do for entertainment, then I lose my email account. Then what I got to do, call up the email company, go, yeah, I lost my emails for Gmail. Can I have a new one from you guys because I pay monthly? I could set it up just in case. I might do that tomorrow because I'm really worried because if they delete my accounts, they'll delete everything. But you know what? I've seen people say, well, YouTube's the problem. Fucking these are the problem. I'll tell you what the problem is, okay? Two things. When you got people like Dinky and Corey watching my channels, they're over 18, okay? If Dinky was in Texas hanging out with her family, and all of a sudden her little niece that she loves dearly wants to go watch my channel, thank God Dinky won't allow it. But if they got a hold of Dinky's tablet and eventually found out, or somehow logged in on theirs and they were watching my channel and it said anyone under 13 years or under, I could be fucking in trouble because now I'm trying to instigate, go kids watch it. No, I don't want kids watching my channel, okay? I put all my contents as adults. I went through all my channels that I have and own, and I went through them with a fine-tooth comb in the last week all the time, and I go through them and I go, oh, okay, all my videos are adult content. And I've had people that do these COPA videos, and they're like, oh, yeah, you gotta be this. And the YouTube says no swearing. I've seen about 35 fucking videos today where they're all swearing. One guy said, I had to break out the Glock and protect my family while living in a trailer because we're full-time RVers. I'm going, so he had to break out the Glock. Oh, well, and he's like saying it as a family-oriented channel where he's saying he has to defend himself. Well, I'm sorry, but, if you're going to be a family-orientated video, and I think, family, my entire family that loves me dearly would understand, you don't talk on a supposed non-adult channel that kids can watch, like RV full-time. Yes, Mommy, let's go live in a trailer and go full-time. You don't sit there and have a kid watching. A guy goes, yeah, someone tried to break into my trailer when my wife and my kid were sleeping. This guy's like 60 years old, and he's married to a 25-year-old. I'm going, and they have a kid, and he's like, I had to break out the Glock, and I'm sorry, but I don't want my kid, if I had a kid, to hear some old fart that's married to a young person. It's like The Odd Couple. basically talking about breaking out the firearm to defend their trailer. I mean, yeah, if I was living in a trailer full time and I had my family visiting, let's just say I got my cousin Dinky and I downsized and I bought a trailer, which I'm working on, and I put in the trailer, a gun, and I lived there, and let's just say I drank too much. My family didn't drink, and I had my king size bed and stuff. Let's just say it's a fifth wheel, which I know Dinky's truck can't handle a fifth wheel. I've done some research. I know why they got what they got, and I think if I went with the trailer I was going with, I think hypothetically Dinky could tow it. Okay, she could even borrow and store it for me if she wanted to go camping. I don't care. My idea is if I'm living in full time and they're visiting and my cousin's visiting, let's just say hypothetically they own firearms, I'm gonna try breaking in. Yeah, let my family fucking drop the fuckers if I'm drunk, because I'm not gonna be drunk and handling a gun. But let them do it if they want to. I mean, it's still self-defense, but this guy's like, I had to break out the Glock and I had to protect this person and my family, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, really? You had to? Kids, tobacco is bad for your teeth, by the way. So, oh, wait, get the fuck off my channel if you're fucking watching it, kids. Come on. So, a lot of people said on this whole COPA thing, oh, well, they could go after you for swearing. Well, when they start going after people for swearing, that's when they just want fucking family entertainment. They don't want the people that are the right-wing extremists doing gun reviews like good old Hickok, which I love Hickok, saying, Hickok 45 here, we're going after a Christmas tree. Instead, they're going to do, my cousin Corey's seen Hickok's channel too. They're going to see, oh, firearms, that's not child friendly. So they might just delete all the gun channels. They might delete all the booze channels. They might even delete my channel for cigar smoking. They might delete my transgendered only channel because, well, I'm a potty mouth. Yeah, I'm like Nixon, potty mouth. My mom didn't raise me to be a potty mouth. But honestly, through and through, out of love for you all, for the truth, is if they delete my channel, oh well, it's gone. The reason I started YouTube videos, honestly, and people say, oh, it was for your transition. No, actually, it was to leave a little piece of me behind so people understood who I was. I was the family crackpot. So when I pass away, my family can be like, oh, I miss Rita. There she is. And they can watch older videos. Like, if they delete my videos with Aaron, I don't have any videos of Aaron then, do I? All because they went and did a nationwide sweep with the FTC. Now, the FTC is saying, oh, well, see, the real thing is Google has YouTube for kids, yet somehow kids still get onto these adult channels. So, for example, like I said, if you're talking about cereal, well, you can't talk about cereal, huh? You want to talk about the little bunny that's in there. Can't bring the bunny out and say, oh, yeah, look at the bunny, or, whatever. Or if I'm doing a YouTube video in Dinky's house and Moppy's on the couch, can't have Moppy on the couch. It's enticing kids, so that would make it child friendly. There's a dog in it. I mean, let's just say my cousin owned an M60 assault rifle, the big Rambo gun, and a bazooka hanging on the wall. Oh, that might be kid friendly. Like my cousin would really leave a flamethrower pack on the wall and be like, oh yeah, look what I got. Oh, in the garage I got an M60 Abrams tank, Rita. That would entice kids too. It's a tank. Kids would be interested in the human. Or if he went out and got a Sherman tank or a Centurion, be like, look at me, I got an old World War II tank. Or he goes and he owns waterfront property and Dinky's like, look what I got, a World War II submarine or a big old aircraft carrier. Oh, that's enticing kids. It's an aircraft carrier. I mean, the way the fucking law works is you basically can't freaking put anything in it that is child related. I mean, hell, for all we know, the can of baked beans in the corner might entice kids. Hey, Chloe, the beans are going to entice kids. Or the fruit cocktail in there is going to entice kids. Or how about the hot oatmeal up there? It's going to entice kids. I mean, literally, so many people are like, oh, they're going to fine. Well, they might not. I mean, from what I understand, it's people that have millions of viewers that are making money off of stuff. Now, if you put kids related, like I said, it basically disables everything. I mean, if I'm doing a live video and I put it up kid friendly, for example, so some of you know, comments like Dinky posted about Uno would not even be allowed. My comments would be completely disabled, and all my videos would go kid-friendly. Now, I'm not a kid-friendly video channel, and I surely hope that my beloved family, Texas and Oregon and Alaska and Colorado, don't sit there and say, "Hey, Joe Bob, look at this. This is this is my 4-year-old nephew. Go watch it." No, I don't want a 4-year-old kid watching my videos as I drop fucking F-bombs. And that brings the Copa thing on the F-bomb problem, okay? I've been making comments. Look, if you want adult content, you want to keep it adult content, and you click it as adult content, you might as well just fucking drop a few fucking F-bombs from now on to the end of the video to make a point that, or swear, say something like, apparently YouTube does not like the words snatch, whore, cunt, twat. Use any of them. Oh, well. Hell, I use them all the time in my text messages to certain family members. I'm like, "What up, Snatchy?" And it's fine. Why? Because we're only having live once, and we're only enjoying life to the fullest. We're not sitting there being assholes going. I mean, I can't even literally talk about my favorite video games anymore on my channel because it might entice kids. And the reason for it, and I'm going to get into it because, people say, and, my cousin Dinky and the rest are like, well, but a lot of people don't understand the content. So the content is, if I talk about certain things, like saying certain words like cool, whatever, awesome, free stuff, the little robot in fuck the YouTube robot, right, Chloe? It's going to flag it as adult content. Now, I was told by a lawyer that if I basically do examples, and it gets back to YouTube and they flag it as children only, and then all these children watch my videos, and it turns out I drop more fucking F-bombs than anyone, I can go around to fucking YouTube and the FTC and say, "Look, my video is not for children. My video is, hey, let's get drunk on this channel. I got Jim Beam honey and Jack Daniels honey and Jim Beam fire and Fireball. Hell, I could probably go on, when I go down to see Dinky, I might even basically score a box of Fireball. Not that Dinky would let me drink the damn stuff. She'd probably send it home in my suitcase. You're gonna have it when you get home. Hopefully Chloe keeps a tight lid on it." Chloe's looking at me like, "You ain't getting 5 liters of Fireball, bitch." I can see you right there. I mean, look, sometimes I'm like this, like the dog from the game a Duck Hunt. Chloe's like, "The bottle's empty. You ain't getting any, bitch." Right, Chloe?
Yeah.
She basically does not want me drinking that much anymore. I mean, and honestly, Dinky, my cousin, and Chloe, they might not get along, but Chloe and Dinky do look after me for certain things, like alcohol. Chloe doesn't want me ending up in the hospital, just like Dinky doesn't want. I'm sitting there yelling at the doctor because I'm being fucking financially abused or fucking pistol whipped, for example. No pistol whipping. But you get the idea of something. I mean, I had a doctor the other day look at me, and I had this fucking scrape, like, all the way across there. And he's like, "Chloe did this to you?" And I'm like, "Do you know Chloe? Well, Chloe did this to you." So I finally said, "Look, I have a question for you, doc. Before you assume it's Chloe, can I ask you a question? What type of animals have sharp claws?" I said, "My dog ain't here. He's being brought up. And my dog's nails are always walking concrete, so it's nailed stuff down. But what type of animals have it?" "Well, a lot of rodents do. If you have a little rodent." I go, What do you say if I told you I had a bunny about this big, a little Dutch dwarf, and he's got razor sharp claws, and I cut him and I trim them, and they're still sharp. And I let him sit on my chest, my boobs, and he's like, "The bunny would damage your skin." I said, "Well, what do you know about this?" I showed him a big old deeping cut that's popped open on my finger. And he looked at me and he goes, "What happened there?" And I go, "I don't know. Claw. That's what happens when you own a bunny." And he's like, "Oh, is your bunny cute?" And I go, "Yeah. That's why he's mama's little bun bun, our little boon boon." Point being is, my family doesn't want me drinking. I don't want to drink anymore. I mean, the other day, and Dinky's right, certain things I shouldn't be asking for help on because, and I'm admitting this. Once in a while, I'll go get a harebrained idea and go, "Oh, yeah, I was down at the liquor department at the store. what is this? And then I'll go and watch like 20 reviews on these brands like Bird Dog. No, the peach one's really good. But like I said in my video, the whiskey is grain. So it's like 80% fucking grain. So basically it's made with like wheat and corn. It's basically like corn whiskey, and frankly, I don't even know how the fuck Uncle Donnie drank that shit every fucking day of his life. Oh, that's good stuff. And then when we had a whole fucking thing, we had more booze, I think, than Dinky did at one time in Aaron's house. He'd be like, oh, yeah, you're drinking the good shit. Meanwhile, when he invited me to his place, he was drinking the shitty shit, 10 high. Oh, yeah, we're going to get 10 high. Yeah, it's cheap shit for drinking. I mean, let me just tell you something loving, okay? I have family, okay? And a lot of family members drink. Well, we could be classified as alcoholics. Oh, well, who gives a shit, right? One of my uncles, Uncle Biro, that's his nickname, or Wisco, always had to drink Black Velvet. He liked old granddad once in a while, but Black Velvet was his. I asked him once, can I have some? He says, yeah, help yourself. I tried Black Velvet. Ugh. Tried Black Velvet Reserve. Ugh. One time, Mom brought some Crown Royal Reserve, Crown Royal XR, and Crown Royal R home, or the XRX or whatever. You know, she bought various ones. I don't know, but he always went back to cheap shit. I was like, oh yeah, you know, being the drunk that I am. And my mom didn't mind. And one of the things that I remember clearly growing up is we'd be shooting the shit, playing Uno, Skippo, other fucking card games, even Pinnacle, and we'd all be shooting the shit. And he'd be like, hey, Rita, you want a beer? Now, my cousin Dinky and Corey, they're like, you want a beer? It's like primo stuff, like Pabst BBR, and, you know, not like that Rolling Rock, I think it is. No, what was it? The stuff that was horse piss that they didn't like, Bushes. You know, but I drink Bush because, you know, I like the spring water flavor, you know, or Coors. They like PBR. PBR is a really fine beer. More finer than Uncle Beer's iced shit, Ice House, and Schmidt's Ice, and Platt's Ice, and Schlitz Ice, and Pukey. I won't touch Rainier because I drank too much of it when Uncle Roger was alive and well. No, that's not a beer for me, but anything else? Now I like the micro beers. I mean, I've gotten used to drinking beers where I can go down to the local brew house or the brewery, and they'd be having like a brew special, and they'd be like, hey, Rudy, we got 4 IPAs that we just brought out. And I'm like, pour them in and let me try them. And I'd be like, yeah, this ain't bad, but I've had better. And they'd be looking at me because, you know, my cousin Corey taught me the finer things in beer. Same with Dinky. They'd be like, what's wrong with it? It's not high enough in octane. They go, well, how high do you want it? I'm like, well, I was over at Ridgewalk the other day. Ridgewalk? Yeah, Ridgewalker. They had a 14% ABV alcohol by volume IPA. Well, I've had 18% stout. Oh, and then there was that 25% stout that was like $25 a glass. Not bad if you can stomach the content and drink 2 glasses. I think I drank 3 and staggered out and went to another brewery, and I ended up going to like more. But everywhere I went, I tried IPA, stouts, porters. I said, I've gotten used to IPAs. First, I didn't like IPAs because it kind of tastes like coffee, but now that you guys finally finalized it a lot more, it's down to a science that tastes more like pine needles. So, you know, for example, you know, talking about beer for a second, I sometimes take a picture from time to time when I'm at the ferry terminal, you know, and I get in and it's like, oh, yeah, I got 2 hours to kill. I'd go up and I'd be like, hey, got any of that 10-pen IPA? And they're like, oh, yeah, Rita, we know you brag about 10-pen. You lived in Moses Lake. Here you go. You want 2 cans when you're done? Come and get some more. And I always got a bigger discount than I am. I'm like, and they're 12-ounce cans. Well, when I get on the ferry, okay, and I know I've been inviting Dinky and Corey to come out now, under no circumstances, Dinky's watching this, do not buy alcohol on the fucking ferry. You'll be paying $7 a can. And some of their beers taste fucking flat. I'd be sitting there, oh, Rita, I can give you a discount on this one. Why? Is it almost expired? Oh, almost. I'm like, what is this? Oh, that's your favorite Irish Death. Doesn't taste like it. Tastes like stale beer in a can. Cold. or I'll drink some cider, like I'm on the train going from Seattle or Mount Vernon to Portland or vice versa. And they have that dining car. Now, Dinky knows I like the dining car because, the club car, because you can go in there and they have beers and stuff. And it's like, oh, what do you want? It's like, oh, well, what do you got? Usually they got bottles and stuff, but the Cascade that goes to Portland, they always serve Rambling Route hard cider. Badass stuff. I'm telling you, that stuff is fresh. You get the stuff on the ferry, it's like, it's stale. They're like, oh, is there something wrong? You're making faces. It's like drinking beer and having the old commercials from the old days on TV, by the way. You got to talk about commercials for a second. The bitter beer face where you're sitting there and you're like, to a grandpa doing the bitter beer face. Remember the old fat grandpa with bitter beer? I mean, I remember the old days in the 80s when you wanted to buy a 6-pack of beer, okay? They even had Steel Reserve, which, by the way, it's nasty. But you go and buy a beer, and I know Dinky and Corey, they love their beer too. You go into the old 80s when we were younger, when we shouldn't be drinking beer, and we'd go in there, and people sit there, you want a 6-pack. Uncle Bureau did this all the time, but he, my mom, she monitored if it was a hard liquor. Beer was like something it's, but you get beer and it said, you go into a store like Walmart, Rite Aid, Safeway, 7-Eleven, Arco, AM/PM, all those little fucking shithole stores that you can get snacks. And they'd have a can, plain can, that said beer, just beer. You'd pull it out and you'd get it and you'd be like, oh yeah. And you'd be like, oh yeah, I'm drinking regular beer. It just said beer on it. It didn't have any brand name. It just said beer. It's like the old days, going to the store, and you're walking through the snack aisle and you see something that says potato chips. Didn't say Safeway Select potato chips. It says that potato chips. You'd be like, oh yeah, $1 a bag. You get 4 of those, you're good drinking beer. Or you had a thing of, you had a jar of, one of my favorite snacks is popcorn, like this. It says everyday essential. It would just say white kernel popcorn or yellow kernel. And that was it. It didn't have Jiffy Pop or brand. You'd just be like, oh, popcorn. Or nowadays, they have all these damn store brands because someone basically didn't like the fucking label that said beer. I mean, what the fuck happened to it? I mean, literally. I mean, back in the old days, I was watching a video that was, they didn't have it back in they rebooted where the Red Fern grows and shows the gas station scene. It said right there, this product contains lead. They're talking about leaded fuel. Nowadays, it's unleaded fuel. But they put a lot of corn crap in it too. And the percentage, it's like, and the more the fuel, higher the octane. So, for example, diesel, more diesel people get diesel, so it's diesel, pure diesel. But you get gasoline engines, it's like 87, 92, and 95 or something. It's like, and people sit there and say, well, what is it? It's basically how much percentage is made ethanol. It's like 87% ethanol and 5% gasoline. So you're basically running a combustible engine on nothing but fucking ethanol. Back in the day, it was leaded gasoline. They had to put more lead in it to make your engine work better. And it was, but now there's no leaded gasoline. It's unleaded with ethanol. Or people say, oh, our gas is the best because we use Chevron with Techron. No, I'm not a gas station commercial. Okay, now talking about commercials, I got to tell you, I was watching this show on Amazon Prime last night, the movie Where the Red Fern Grow. And I'm like, first thing I noticed, I had to go Google. Turns out if you go through their new company they own, IMDb, they have IMDb TV. You're going to be you can watch it for free without even being an Amazon member. The fucking problem is you got to watch it with fucking commercials. I'm sorry, but if I'm paying fucking $6.50 for fucking unlimited commercial-free movies and TV, then I better be getting fucking commercial-free. I mean, you go and get like Hulu or Netflix. I heard Hulu's now owned by Disney. You get commercial still. It's like, excuse me, if I want commercial-free shit, I'm going to be paying for commercial-free shit. I don't want to fucking turn on my TV and see commercials. I mean, look. You get enough fucking commercials when you fucking pay $40 or $50 a month through these programs like the Sony Vue, or Vue as I call it. It's called Vue. And you want to watch basically sports. They're like, oh yeah, this TV, there's the sports, go to NFL.com. It's like, you're paying fucking that much money. You should be, for internet TV, you shouldn't be fucking bogged down with, Chloe agrees, with crap. I mean, literally, if I want to watch fucking commercials, and Dinky knows this, like say Super Bowl commercials, take the Super Bowl commercials, take the fucking Super Bowl commercials, take it out and put it on fucking YouTube. You're going to be watching YouTube commercials anyways. They put the YouTube one so everyone can watch the fucking latest Super Bowl commercials in the fucking commercials. So why should we even be bothering with fucking, YouTube sells YouTube TV, rent YouTube TV monthly. It's a rent. Ad free. I'm sorry, but I'm not paying for fucking shit, So people say, oh, you must be cheap. Now, it's the way it is, and we all make mistakes, but, I was trying to explain, my cousin Dinky, that, we all make mistakes, me, and I understand where she's coming from completely. She makes sense. I can't fault her at all. I'm not going to sit there and say, bad Dinky, bad doggy. No, I'm actually agreeing with her. I mean, literally, I've been supporting Chloe so much. I've been trying to be penny pinching. So one of the games I've been playing a lot of is Uno. I've been pulling out kids, if you're watching this, get off my channel because I don't want to share it with you, and I don't want you thinking this is for kids only, even though there's a pink DS in my hand. But I've been playing this so much to wait for my computer to get repaired that I am playing older games. I have a lot of games I've been playing, and I haven't bought many games because I did download some games for my laptop, and got it configured. It took a while, free games, but that's it. Literally, I've been buying underwear and socks, and as everyone knows, Chloe made the biggest mistake this month ever, and she regrets it. Let's talk about that for a minute. So she turns around, and she does an Uncle Donnie. Now, everyone loves me when I talk about Uncle Donnie, And Chloe realized she did an Uncle Donnie. She's like, after I told her the story, she's like, oh my God, I did an Uncle Donnie. It's like Homer Simpson when everyone says, oh my God, I did a Homer. Thing is, we were at the store the other day, at Walmart. I paid layaway, did everything I needed, and she's sitting there, and I said, okay, you want wings? You can have wings. You want this? You want this? You want this? Well, I went out and invested $20 in a cooler. Now, I could have sat there and said, no, I don't need the cooler, but I needed frozen goods. All right. Frozen foods is something that I want. Now, I know Dinky and Corey, I love them dearly, and they love me, and they're good advisors. And I hear Dinky all the time say, in the past, don't do that. You're paying more money if you have Schwann's deliver you the yummy food. Just pick up box stuff from Amazon or whatever, get a Costco membership, have Costco shipped in. Well, I've been toying with Costco, but, but here's the story. So she goes through the self-checkout. And I'm in my own line. I got like 2 packages of underwear, some socks, and a cooler. And, I'm looking through it, and I'm going like this. I'm like this. Looking all over for Chloe. She's way, way, way. And I'm going, oh, this will be interesting. My mindset, I'm thinking I need a dip. So Chloe's already going through, and I'm like, well, I got the little cart, and I got this cooler, and I'll get it all set up, and I'm panicked, and she goes, and she wanted certain items she was supposed to take care of for her own self. She didn't eat the stuff that was on my conveyor belt because I said, well, you didn't pay for it. You're supposed to buy it for your own meals. I'm making it for myself, so I had wings. She didn't get any wings or family-size Salisbury steaks and stuff. She wanted those for herself. So I went ahead and, I buy my own groceries, and usually I buy it pretty affordable, and all of a sudden, I'm looking at my fucking grocery bill going, nearly almost having a heart attack, Dinky knows when that happened, you're like, and lo and behold, Chloe's like, are you okay? And I'm going, no. She's like, are you angry? I go, yes. So we get to this the train/bus station transfer, and she's like, what's wrong? I go, and Chloe's like, So finally we get into Anacortes, and I'm not talking to her because that's how I am. A woman doesn't talk when they're angry, and she knows when I'm pissed. She finally said, "What did I do?" And I go, "I told her a story of Uncle Donnie." And she's like, "Uh-huh." And then I told her what she did. She goes, "Oh, damn." I said, "If you just picked your wings up and you picked this up, that up, this up, my bill wouldn't be over $195. I mean, it was almost $200." And I'm just like, and I thought wings, because you go to the shopping part, they have a in-store price where you pick up your own groceries and you pay more money. But if you go on to their Walmart app and you're like, or Walmart grocery thing and go, okay, click, 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 I want all these, put it in a bag, I'll go and pick it up. They drop the price dramatically because you're using the service just to go pick up your groceries. So they just have it all prepared for you. They charge your card and everything. You just go and take what you buy, take and put in your cart and go home. So Chloe's like, so I'm sitting there going, this is too much. Literally, my head was like, so on the way home, I'm like, and Chloe, of course, and Chloe knows this, and Dinky doesn't. And Chloe goes, out of kindness, usually Chloe's more not kind than it is. She looked at me and she said, you want to go by King's? You want to go get a half gallon of bourbon? I'm going, no, I'll just piss it out. I want to go play a game. And Chloe's like, okay, I'm so sorry. And I'm going, don't entice me to drink. Literally, that's how I have. I've been looking at it as you just piss it out anyway. So if you buy beer, you piss it out. You buy wine, you piss it out. You fucking do whatever. But Dinky's right, if you sit there and you get help, then, certain items you shouldn't be buying. That's true. I mean, literally, I just found out I got to pay the remaining bill of my glasses with the Lions Club didn't pay, which is a lot. And then I got to pay for Chloe's, which is a lot. So my advocate said, we'll give you some vouchers so you get groceries because you're going to be paying a fucking boatload. She even checked into it and says, yeah, you're completely right. But, my advocate, it was like, I went in there to ask 3 questions and I came out of there with freaking a box full of food. She's like, oh, we're going to probably donate this in 2 weeks to the food bank when they're open again. But if you want to take this, I'm going, are you sure? She's like, really? I really want this out of my office. I'm like, and then I was like, well, I guess I just need to get stuffing. She says, oh, stuffing's in that box. I go, oh, well, I better get milk. She's like, enjoy getting your milk, girls. And I'll see you soon. Fill out this and email me that. So I went and did my business, and ran into Heather. And I'm telling you, it was interesting because Heather said, oh, you want some coats? I got some coats that are more manly coats, but I wear them all the time because of fucking war, expensive war coats. I'm going, well, I'm not going to turn down some coats. I mean, and then she says, oh, yeah, and we were talking about video games again. If children are watching, get the fuck off my channel. So basically, it was just an interesting, wild discussion tonight. But honestly, telling you, I will address future issues when it comes to trans issues because, these got to be done. And people sit there and say, well, why are you doing trans issues? One, I'm starting the shitstorm because, frankly, I'm tired of seeing these young girls go, oh, you don't need a sex change, only us 18-year-olds plus need it. You're just taking too much of the tax dollars. And then you have the old farts going, oh, well, we need it more because we had to live 50 or 60 or 70 years of our life as the wrong sex, so we want to change now. You might die in 5 years, so why should we give you a fucking taco where you're going to have dick for 4 years and then die? And besides that, I'm like, how many fucking genetic men, young as my cousin, won't give names, wants to stick his giant dong in you, old fucking 75-year-old? Someone, Mike, you are a fucking man cougar. So you are, you're a fucking man cougar.
They're like, oh, you're a cougar rat. Oh.
I mean, I was talking to a tranny the other day, okay? And I have to tell you this because my cousin Dinky's watching this, and I know she loves my entertainment, and I love her dearly, and I love how when she watches. But I was talking to tranny. We won't get into details of who. The other day, I was a while ago having a drink in a bar, and this tranny's sitting there, and they're like, "Oh, you're a woman. you don't act, woman. You're drinking straight bourbon. I'm like, this was Jim Beam Honey, and I'm like, and what are you drinking? I said, I'll take another one. He's like, yes, ma'am. And they fill up these glasses that, the bigger shot glasses, and it was a discount. It was happy hour, so you get 2 shots for one. They're like, I want a screaming orgasm on the rocks. Yum. I don't see my cousin-in-law. Okay, she's more female than me. Okay, or we could be equal. It doesn't matter. But I wouldn't see her catch her dead going into, say, one of the bars that she took me to in Portland. This one place looked like Yamhill. I think it's Yamhill, the bar in Yamhill, and be like, yeah, I want a screaming orgasm on the rocks. Yum. No one says yum. Okay, that's like the stupidest thing in the world.
Because you got those trans trying to be female. They're trying as far as they can to be a woman.
Well, let's put it to you this way, okay? For being female, okay, I pass as a woman. I have 9% of the people that see me, they say, oh, you act like a woman. You're so strong, headstrong. You're taking care of a retarded person, on and on and on. But you won't see me fucking walking down the street going, I'll take a screaming orgasm on the rocks, yum. I won't even, I've walked into a bar wearing a cowboy hat and a duster, and with my service telling me, like, whiskey, and I'm like, yo. And they're like, right on.
I'm like, that's gonna be hard cider.
Well, yeah, exactly. Chloe acts normal, whereas I've seen so many trannies sitting there, I'll take a pina mango colada, yum.
I don't say yum when I order one.
And then you
I'm
get
just like, pina colada, please. Pina mango colada.
And then you have, here's another fucking gripe, okay? My cousin Dinky's has got a gorgeous, drop-dead, gorgeous bombshell body. She's gorgeous. I know Dinky pretty well that I would not think Dinky for any time or purpose would go out like transgender people wearing a short mini skirt and black thigh highs going, look how sexy I am, yum. I mean, I've seen trannies wearing so much makeup and pantyhose that I've talked to genetic girls, on the ferry going, oh, you're one of them, but you're a normal girl. You're not the ones wearing the black shiny tights and the short skirts and the heels and going, I'm a real woman, yeah. I mean, I've seen old farts in the bathroom going, oh, I'm a real woman. And these mothers with their little kids, these little girls and boys are pulling their kids out of the bathroom. I'm going, I'm going, someone fucking shoot me. And then the mothers look at me and they're like, oh, are you okay? And I'm going, no. And then when the dad's with the kids, the mom's looking at me. I'm like, I just said to myself, someone shoot me. And she says, why? And then they realize, and they're like, well, you're just a normal woman. I'm like, I can't stand these fuckers. That's why I don't even fucking associate. I was telling this to family. I don't associate with these fucking dill-wadded assholes. They want to fucking wear short skirts and show their boobs. Oh, look at me. I got titty implants. I'm a real woman. You like my boobs? You want to buy me a free drinky? Maybe you want to sniff the snatchy?
Well, look what I had to see.
And that is, well,
do the same thing. See them doing shit like that and then making us look bad.
I mean, look at one of my idols, okay? One of my mentors. I won't give the name. I know Dinky knows the mentor that's in Oregon, or that thereabouts. Well, you need to have more intimacy and sexual intercourse and have a big old donkey dick in you. I don't want a donkey or horse dick in me. I am a woman who doesn't think of sex. I was explaining this to a family member today. We were shooting the shit about trans issues, and I said, look, I don't talk about trans issues. I don't give a shit about trans issues, but when I have to bring it up, it's because I see family members posting this shit, and I'm like, yeah, I agree completely, or I agree completely. I'm not going to disagree to agree with you. I agree completely with you. And, and then, I try to explain, that the trans community is fucking artificial. They want to be treated like a fucking woman. Look at this fucking, let me put it this way. There's a dude, okay, a trans man who's like, oh, I'm going to move to California and the masculinization facial surgery is covered now. Everyone's going to flock to California for facial femme. So I went and talked to a doctor I know who works in California today, and she says, facial femme is covered, but it's very rare. You're going to probably get 0.03%. So 99.7% of them will be denied. Unfortunately, they're like, oh, I do masculine surgery. Well, Chloe saw this person, lambasted them. They're like, well, I am non-binary. If you're non-binary, motherfucker, then you're not male or female. You live in the non-binary gender. When people fucking sit there and say they're non-binary, they don't even know if they're a fucking rotisserie, let alone a microwave or a fucking coffee pot. Do you agree or disagree on that?
Just walked off.
No, do you agree or disagree? A non-binary person doesn't know if they're a fucking coffee pot, a toaster, a rotisserie, or a blender.
I agree.
I mean, literally, these people are fucking assholes. I mean, literally, I could sit there and stir the shitstorm, or I could sit there and talk nonsense. I mean, literally. I mean, my head's just like, But the trans community, they're all artificial. I mean, I have people that make videos about body swapping, and they're awesome people. They're cool people. But they got to realize, I've been through 20 years of this bullshit. When you sit there and see trannies go, oh, you can never be a woman. You need to submit to me and accept my future vaggie, and you can stick your dicky in me. I'm not a fucking dude, okay? I am a woman who is hard-headed, does my own thing, and doesn't give two shits, okay? I'm not male. I will never be male. I am myself. Doctors look at me and they say, you're an idol. You're the person that goes through this to be yourself. You're female. Same time, you don't sit there and say, well, I'm all female. Fuck you. No, you're like, oh, you're one of those weirdos that wear thigh highs and a short skirt and your dong hangs out half the time and wearing fucking, what are those panties called? The ones that ride up the crack of your ass. You wear a thong and they're like, oh, I'm a real woman. Look at my thongy. You're not a fucking real woman. I know genetic women that sit there. I talked to a couple women the other day. We're talking about underwear. We're all having drinks, coffee, at a coffee shop. And this woman who's a sweetheart says, you want some more? And I go, sure. And she says, I don't understand why these men who become women have to wear the fucking thongs. They're not fucking women. They're fucking pedophile, perverted assholes. I go, yeah. I mean, if they got to wear fucking thigh highs and be like, oh, no, look at me, I'm more pantyhose. I mean, yeah, I wear tights from time to time, but the reason I've got out of tights is because I'm tired of seeing trans women wearing it. I see a lot of women wearing leggings. And then I heard a couple girls today say, well, if a tranny starts wearing leggings, we're going to change and go somewhere else. Well, guess what? I don't give a shit.
Black baggy pants.
Yeah, I'll start wearing fucking black baggy pants. Or fucking cargo pants. The cargo pants.
Whenever I'm not in my undies, I usually wear those black pants. Have you seen those black elastic ones I usually been wearing over my leggings?
Yeah.
They're kind of baggy. I've been wearing those a lot.
I mean, literally, honestly, I have friends that, let's just say, have a lot of money, and we all shoot the shit about things. And one of the things they're always talking about in the wintertime is wear pants. You can spot a tranny a mile away. Oh gosh, wintertime, I'm wearing a short skirt and a dress. Look how cute I am in my little pantyhose. I'm going, definitely not a woman. Definitely not a woman. Definitely not a woman. That one's definitely not a woman.
I usually put those black leggings on, those pants over it, and usually if I just wear leggings, I feel like I'm not dressed anymore. Like, okay, where are they?
Well, you get the joke, right?
Yeah.
Definitely not a woman. Definitely not a woman.
Oh yeah, I get the joke. I know.
I mean, I got a lot of shit, okay? I've had a few people harass me in a bathroom, and when they look through the crack, find out what I have, they just leave me alone. But the problem is, I get a lot of flack, too, from time to time. And then I get a lot of flack from these young trannies going, oh, we're real women. We pass better than your cousin-in-law. You're just jealous. My opinion is I'm not fucking jealous. You're not God's gift to man, and God does not need to give you fucking... I've seen people sit there and say, oh, that tranny passes so better than most people. I want to lick their fart box. Well, go for it. You can fucking run,
I had some
Hey, Chloe, there's someone who's posting a comment to you.
Are they?
Yes, you need to see this.
I'll read it, but there was someone, a tranny, very manly looking, wearing provocative clothing once. you can tell they have 5 o'clock shadow and all that. They look at me and when they're like, cause they're like, you're not supposed to be in here, you man. Get out of my restroom. I'm being rape. And they sound like a man. Like, dude, look who's talking. Okay, at least.
I've seen that many.
I was like, let's see. If you yell rape, no one's going to care. But if I scream rape and point at you, your ass will be in jail.
Yeah, well.
I did too, and after that he took off running scared.
Are you gonna answer these?
Yeah, I'm gonna answer them. Let me progress on here.
So I'm gonna continue with it because Chloe's right. Literally, she's completely right. You get these men that have the 5 o'clock shadows in the bathroom, and
then they're jealous of us. They tell us to get out of their restroom.
I've had that happen a few times,
dude. You could tell me to get out of your restroom if we were both in the men's room.
I gotta use the toilet, so maybe you'd like to.
And I was like, you guys are like, get out of my restroom. I was like, do you see any? I was like, sorry, do you see any urinals against the wall? Then it's not your restroom, it's mine. Sorry. Sorry, I'm in my panties. But anyways, okay, we have that game. Come home, Chloe. Call me. Let her go home. All right. Nice try, Mom. Nice try. But
how do you know it's her? It could be your grandmother for all you know.
Yeah, one of my family members.
Your grandmother, you tried calling the other day, hung up the phone too many times.
Oh, someone's saying this, yeah. Oh,
remember, sorry. We can't have graham crackers in our video because it's for children.
Hey, or we can't show this.
Uno? Yeah, I know. Can't show the dog either, the bunny. Or whatever else on the list.
Hell, I can't wear my green sweatshirt of How to Train Your Dragon because it might attract children. If I have to wear any of my Hot Topic sweatshirts, my Buffy Vampire Slayer one will be good. My Nightmare on Elm Street, that will really be good because that's Freddy Krueger. Which is none but it's murder. But the other two I won't really be able to wear because it's Harry Potter or the other one's How to Train Your Dragon, and it's
Shall I continue sitting there?
Yeah.
Because I will say something to the viewers because we got 4 viewers. One of the things enjoy the crackers, which we can't do. One of the things I want to address to you, to the people here who's posting this negative crap on my channel, thank God when I'm done I can do whatever, is simple, okay? If it's Chloe's mom, cool, good for you, cool gravy. If it's Chloe's grandparents, right on. If it's Chloe's grandparents from Oregon, right on. But
I'm just saying, whoever's doing this, nice try.
Well, let me put it to you this way. I'm going to be basically blunt, okay? Well, here comes Moppy. Oh, we can't put Moppy in the video again. My opinion is this. Whoever it is, Chloe already can go home at any given time. I'm not holding her back. I've told her this many times over. She's already considering moving, and I'm going to break this to you all tonight. She's thinking next month she wants for her birthday present, or sorry, not birthday present, Christmas present, she wants me to fly her one way from SeaTac Airport to Phoenix. There you go. She wants to go to Phoenix. She doesn't want to be on this island. She doesn't feel happy on this island. She does not like being on this island.
I feel like, both of our families are, like, their family keeps attacking me and keeps, holding stuff from you because they think I'm a monster. And then I got my family attacking you, thinking that you're holding me back. That's why. And right now, it's not just your family doing this shit; it's my family too.
So I've been offering Chloe ways to leave. I've offered to pay for her train tickets, her bus tickets, her plane tickets to Phoenix, plane tickets to San Diego, plane tickets to Texas, plane tickets to Nevada, plane tickets to
both families will be happy. Both families will leave you alone.
And let me just break it down to this. Tia Nano. What a fucking weird name that is. Tia. Or T, sorry, T Nano. Sounds more like a T Dayquil or Nightquill. See, I can be funny too, like hubby. That if Chloe was going to leave, which she can at any given time, I'm not holding her back. Chloe's already feeling completely and thoroughly like a burden, okay? Now, let's cut the bullshit here and let's just lay everything on the fucking table, okay? This is my channel. Please do not think this is child related. And I'm not talking about, I don't promote children. I don't want children watching my video, but let's get down to the brass tacks since we have 4 viewers. Now, Chloe is allowed to leave, okay? Chloe already knows, and my family knows, and other people knows, but like I said, so apparently, you're in a prison?
I'm in a prison. That's a Shawshank. This is a Shawshank house. Why don't you why don't you say welcome to Shawshank? Why don't you do that line? I'm hungry. When do we eat?
Oh, yeah. I'm hungry. When do we eat? You eat when we say we eat. You shit when we say you shit. You maggot eat dick motherfucker.
Yeah.
Trust in your Lord. Your ass belongs to me. Welcome to Shawshank.
Oh, you know what? Actually, you know what? If Trey starts stealing leggings, cis women are starting to go with bare legs now.
So basically, whoever is saying this, okay, doesn't realize, okay, that I've offered her every chance to leave. We've talked to mental hospitals. They say she can leave. She can go anywhere she wants. So to me, I'm not giving 2 shits about your comments. I've offered her to leave in December. I've offered her to leave in January. I've offered her to leave in February, whenever she wants. Thing is, she's been also trying to find ways, if she wants to leave, to have her family taking care of air travel, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. Thing is, Chloe feels between the island treating her like shit to me supporting her, to her, she thinks it's somewhat of a prison anyways. I'm on 1 income, so she's not on disability. It's hard to get on disability. Unfortunately, Chloe has the chance to leave at any given day and time. She's just going to have to pack up and leave. She's just going to have to use her legs and mind to go. I'm not holding her back. I've told her time and time again, you want to leave? Go for it. There's no skin off my nose. It just means I have more extra money coming in. But in the meantime, people, you especially, are trying to make me look bad for something I haven't done. I've been looking after her so much that to me, I'm just laughing at it. Shawshank? That's about right. Are you in Shawshank Island?
Yes. It's called Friday Harbor Redemption.
More likely it could be your mom. Technically, you said she was in the hospital recently, but it could be also your grandma too. So those are the only 2 thoughts I can think of. But point is, I've had my own family, state that and advocates.
Hey,
also.
remember one time it was
Yeah. Well, I will say, in this video, I've given Chloe many chances to leave. She just doesn't want to. Secondly, I've also wanted to say that I've done everything I can for her. Lined her up, fish for teeth, so she can get 2 of her teeth pulled. She's got some rotten teeth. I've looked after her for glasses through the Lions Club. I've done so many different things. What the hell? Oh. So apparently she said she doesn't need to know who I am, which I don't give a shit, but you need to go home. And then I got a message,
Nice try, Mom.
well, whatever works. But I've offered you many times to leave. So let me see what the hell's going on. Facebook Messenger. Okay. Okay, thanks, Dinky. That made my day, That really did make my day. Thanks. Okay, so basically I've done everything I can, set up Lions Club. I've, set up everything I can, mental health, et cetera, got her on the right track for disability. I mean, we've done everything I can, but I've been encouraging her to contact her family more. I've done everything I can to get her to be, more open to traveling out of state. Hey, what up, Boon Boon? So sorry, I like my bunny, or Chloe's
So
bunny.
my family don't want me anywhere near them. They want me away from them.
Well, maybe you should talk about that in this video, Chloe,
My
because
mom doesn't want me at her house.
Frankly, honestly, I don't know what to make half the time when it comes to Chloe. When it comes to what she says. Her mom doesn't want her mom wants her, mom doesn't want her. I would think a parent would want her, literally. I mean, I've told her parents love their children. My mother loved me. Chloe needs to take some advice and be like, yeah, my mom loves me. My dad loves me. My grandma loves me.
She let me come home.
Hmm?
My mom let me come home if I wanted to, if my mom really, cared.
So you think your mom doesn't care enough for you to come home because you think what your mom should?
Do you want me to live it? You want me to go back to my mom's? I will.
I told you honestly to follow your own heart. If you want to go there, go there. You want to go to Phoenix, go there. If you want to go to Las Vegas like you want to be a whore, well, that's your business. If you want to go to Seattle, that's your business. Wherever you want to go, it's fine. I know, honestly, many, many times over, you think that you're a burden to me. Maybe you need to speak about something on this.
And I wanted to relieve you of the burden by. The thing is, I was probably meant in your life to get you to this island, and I fulfilled that purpose.
So, basically, I don't think so. I think there's a different course of action, but,
Good Lord brought me to you to get you on this island. Now that's been fulfilled.
Possibly.
You're the one telling me when time's up, I need to leave.
Well, if that's how you feel, then, maybe, you need to work things out with your parents, because I frankly don't think that your parents abandon you. I don't think, in my viewing of your parents or grandparents or whatever, that they are, no offense, toxic.
I'm the one who bought a message. I want you to come home to me, boy.
So you think your dad is watching this?
No. Well, if he did, was like, I want you to come home so I can take you under my wing and you could be a transgender trucker.
I don't know. I mean, I think that lady that posted right there, or sir, basically knows more than I do at times. I mean, literally, I'm just trying to guide you on the right course, and yet it's difficult. It really is, and I don't expect them to tell me who they are. I don't really give two shits. I just think it's funny they came on to do this crap yet again. And frankly, whoever you are, it's fine. Now, I'm basically being very polite and not negative. I'm being kind of funny here, but blatantly honest, I could care less. If you posted negativity, oh well. You posted positivity, oh well. If you're from the homeless shelter, so be it. If you're the mental hospital, that's gravy too. No one knows.
You said once it was the social worker posting that.
Could be. We don't know. I mean, you can clearly state, quote unquote, that from the comments, it is a From the comment, it's someone, but
Why did B do it that one time saying that to you? Did B want you to get rid of me?
You know who?
BEL.
Oh,
Yeah.
everyone thought. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Everyone thought, that that you're a burden, and or to me, and there's always a ways around things. I mean, like I said, I could get you a ticket tomorrow, not tomorrow, but next week if you wanted to. I mean, if you wanted out. But I do want to say to the person whoever this YouTuber is, okay, the one that's watching my channel, I would like to make a statement again. Now, I've talked to her mom a couple times. I've given her updates a couple times by email. And if this is Chloe's mom, which I don't care if it is or isn't, I would like to make a statement that if it wasn't for my fast acting and thinking, Chloe would have probably been home a long time ago. But same time, Chloe would have also known that more likely if it wasn't for my fast acting, we would have been both evicted and we would have had eviction on our record due to her making threats against the neighbors. Which we just went to a meeting recently, which was addressed again, and other issues, which they said don't do it again. You can't make threats. Threats are bad, yada, yada, yada. And so it is a complicated issue. You can't make threats against the neighbor. It's against the state law that says you may not threaten the neighbor. You may not threaten the management company. You may not do this, or this, or this, or that, or this, or, there's like 20 pages in the lease where, from what they said, the lease was completely and thoroughly violated. So one of my advisors, who likes me in shiny tops, I was going to wear a shiny top today, but I just didn't have time. I got done, made dinner and stuff, and I was, where is the shiny tops? Do you know where my shiny tops are?
I don't know.
Anyways, I had everything lined up to upload to Flickr and to that other photo editing. There's Flickr, and then what's the other one?
No.
Anyways, there's a couple places I was going to upload some photos, and yet I never got around to it because pictures were made. I've just been so busy and so forth that, my, what I call master, Jess, was calling me a liar, Chloe, for not getting these pictures uploaded, and, So, I was telling Jess the other day I should post me in my bra. Mini bra pics. Why not? What the hell? But I'm not a whore, but I could do it. I just been so busy and so forth. But, and if you're watching this, Jess, I just want to say I don't want to flip the screen back and forth from tab to tab to reply to you. So you can wait. And if I had my tablet, which is on the bed, I would look at it too. But right now, I'm dealing with I'm addressing a couple issues. So you can wait, master. So basically, here's the deal. I've given Chloe plenty of time to leave. She can leave at any time. Advocates even said that they'd help, drum up enough support to get her to Seattle to board a train or a plane or a bus. Fortunately, I don't really like the idea of a plane because one way you still got to pay baggage, and that's the problem. I'd be paying baggage and everything, so I've been trying to look at other options. But also, as I said in my previous videos, out of anger towards Chloe's family, which usually I don't mean at times, I'm not borderline like Chloe, but out of anger, that if Chloe's family truly wanted Chloe home, all they got to do, and Chloe knows this, is if they wanted Chloe home, they could just go buy a ticket. I'd make sure she got to the train station, the airport, or the bus station, which the bus and train are all condensed into one. And then the plane, the airport, there's Bellingham, there's Everett, which are smaller airports, and then there's SeaTac. She can go to SeaTac, which is easier. I'd get her there, and it'd be fine and dandy. Unfortunately, as I've spoke to my family about this time and time again, sorry to bring up my family right now, Chloe, but, I've had family members throughout my spectrum. Remember, you said your family doesn't like me, and my family don't like you. But my family's also made the same statement you've made, and you agreed with my family. And you said my family might be wrong. You said maybe my family, quote unquote, out of anger is toxic. But you said, and I quote, that my family is completely right, that if your family truly wanted you home, they would get off their lazy, fucking, useless, jackass butt, and they would have gotten you a ticket months ago.
Yeah.
So would you like to address anything of that issue? Sorry I got angry. I know you're eating your graham crackers like a little kid. If you have something to say, feel free to say it.
Well,
I'm going to fill my mouth with dip.
the thing is,
And children, if you are watching, get off my fucking channel. Go ahead.
my family told me that I should stay here, work things out on this island, nowhere else. They want me to stay in Washington.
Okay. Since this woman here doesn't want to give their name or whoever they are, and my mom, old wise tale, would be saying it's like calling the kettle black, which means direct force, direct action. That if who was it? Was it your mother or your
My
grandmother?
whole family.
So your whole family. I'm trying to correct this video. So your whole damn family said send you home. Yet they said to you, your own words. I'm not privy to her phone calls. I don't just sit there and listen and go, "Oh, that's interesting." That you're telling me that your whole family said, "Stay the fuck on this island."
Yep. And it's like, well,
It doesn't make sense now,
it's
does
almost
it?
like if you mentally get better in Seattle, I'll fly you home. If not, then you're stuck there.
So let me put it this way, okay? This T-Nanal.
Mm-hmm.
They say send you home. What is the fucking definition of home? Ohio? Arizona? Phoenix? Texas? I mean, what is the quote-unquote definition of home?
My mom wanted me in Arizona to stay in Arizona, and then when I was in Ohio, she wanted me back in Arizona.
So, if this is your mother, quote-unquote, I'm not saying it is. I'm not going to point fingers at anyone and say send home. If that's the case, doesn't that mean that if your mom told you
Mm-hmm.
to stay here, work out your problems here,
Mhm.
get mental health here, and this T-Nanal posts send her home, isn't there a contradiction somewhere?
I guess.
It doesn't make sense. That's what I'm saying. There's someone else that's... I'm
Could be.
starting to wonder.
Could be. Ding, 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 ding. Or. Oh yes! I think she's gonna come back out here now. She's gonna come back out here so we can torture her and get revenge on her. Oh great! Yes, yes. I think our plan might work.
Honestly, I'm going to say something out of love for everyone who's watching this video. That I personally fucking think that it isn't any of your fucking family members. Because if your family members are saying, send you home, which you can go at any time, and yet, And yet, your mom tells you on the phone, don't come home. Your grandmother says, don't come home. Stay here, right? Grandma said the same thing? Is that what you're saying, or did she say something else?
If we can go Ohio, but you gotta get better first.
Okay. Well, am I analyzing like Aaron, like Sherlock Holmes? I would think that it isn't any of your family. It wouldn't be my family either. I don't know. Someone else.
You know, someone in the Seattle shelter.
Heck, for all we know, it could be tuberculosis.
That one.
What do you think?
Mr. Crohn's?
Cronies?
Yeah.
That cronies? There could be that crony, and no one knows. I mean, literally.
Well, there's also Tornado Man. Dude, you was in the movie Twister.
Helen Hunt was really good in Twister, actually.
Yeah, you'll see him being chased by Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt in a truck.
I just want to feel the diamond. I just really want to feel the diamond. You know why when you die, you're supposed to see a white light? Well, I don't see no damn thing.
It's like, I don't see a goddamn thing.
I don't use that word. That word in the Bible, you're going straight down.
Yeah. Well, then he's going to then he went to hell.
I think a lot of movie actors do. They use those words. I mean, I used it once, and I'm still afraid I'm going to go to being barbecued. But the point is, I mean, we don't know who this person is, but we can tell you, and you got to think of it as an analyzing factor. It could be. You told me once these sock accounts could even be your brother because it's a sock account. I mean, who in the heck would use a person T-Nanal?
Oh,
it sounds like a weirdo name.
Or
Are you trolling their sock account again?
No, Mom.
All right, so basically, let's break down the last part of my video so I can go play a video game because I'm tired of sitting here, and I know I got to get these pictures uploaded for Jess because I promised, and I've been so busy dealing with other issues. I will get my me and Chloe's hormones done first. But how's that peanut butter, by the way?
It was okay. I mean, it's peanut butter.
Yeah, but it's creamy. I mean, you love creamy peanut butter. I need to get a recipe for Thai peanut soup for you.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Oh, hubby's Thai peanut soup is great, but
yeah, sorry for no pants. This is my lounge wear.
That's her everyday wear for being a hillbilly.
I'm not a hillbilly.
She's the type of woman that would go all the way to Tahlequah for a couple red bone dogs. Train them to be coon hunters. She got them from Kentucky for $20 each. Did you notice where the red fern grows? $10 goes a long ways back then.
Yeah, it does.
See, the thing is, it says call you, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, she can call anyone at any time, but if it's Ohio, she wouldn't be calling her mother at this time of night because it's what, 1:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
Unless you said your mom's still in the hospital, then that's a different story. But however, it could be your mom because maybe your mom's bored as hell.
Yeah. Trolling through a sock account at the hospital.
Well, as long as she's got a laptop, that works for me,
Or phone.
Well, I don't mind whoever's watching it, but
How
using my phone because my child needs to come home right now. Actually, I don't. I just want Rita to let them go because Rita's evil person.
Well, I played a video the other day for Dinky. I'm Evil and I Know It by Skeletor.
Yeah?
Or I'm a Medieval Man. World of Warcraft, I'm a medieval man. But no, honestly, you know.
I wear a blue hoodie. I wear a blue hoodie. It's blue. I wear a blue hoodie. You can wear one too. Or He-Man. Oh my goodness.
But anyways, you know, there's, you know, I even, let's just, you know, instead of cutting butter, let's cut the bullshit. And I'm going to say it. I've talked to my family many times over, if this is Chloe's mom, and offered Chloe a ticket out of my own pocket. The thing is my advocates, my family members, my advisors all said I could buy a ticket. It's like, if this is Chloe's mom, you know the old definition. You can lead a horse to water, but you don't have to make the horse drink. It's the same. You can lead Chloe all the way to the airport. She doesn't have to board the plane. Chloe's got a mindset of her own. She can basically tell us all to go fuck off. I've been trying to teach her lessons, valuable lessons, and things like don't tear down anyone. She'll tear down me. She'll tear down the neighbors. She'll tear down everyone on the island. She'll tear down my family. She'll tear down her own family. She'll tell me that my family's toxic. She'll say her family's toxic. She'll say all these things. There's no way in hell that we can't all get along. I'm not evil. People think I'm evil? No. I'm an open-minded person, and I have given Chloe many times over to leave. She can leave at any time. Even the sheriffs here have told Chloe to leave if she wants to. She's not being held against her will or anything. I mean, literally. Let me tell you what some of my advocates said, okay? The ones that actually saved me and Chloe's ass many times over to keep our house because of Chloe's threats. And before you get technical, whoever's watching this, if it is Chloe's mom or Chloe's grandfather or Chloe's grandmother or Chloe's other grandparents or Chloe's dad, let me just tell you something, okay? Out of love for you, for me, for my family, for everyone, I love everyone, that unless you're willing, as the mental hospital told me, to take and carry Chloe's burden, and Chloe's heard this from me many times over Uno, that unless you're willing to realize that you think I'm a monster, picture Chloe, and she's not a monster, by the way, she's mentally ill. You agree, I agree, we all agree. We can't disagree on that one. That she'll get a harebrained weed up her ass, a serious weed up her ass. And she'll do something stupid like call the U.S. Secret Service or the FBI or the Capitol Police on the neighbor. Neighbor sexually assaulted her. Nothing happened there. Next thing you know, sheriff's on our door asking questions about why Chloe called. Why did she report it? Why did she do that? Because it's a God-given right. Other times, I'd go with her to a therapy appointment. They'd recommend, maybe you should go home. Chloe says my family's toxic. My mom only thinks about her horses. My mom only thinks of the golden child. I'd be like, that's not true. Your mom loves you. She'd turn around and get angry when they sit there and say, oh, you're not autistic. I say, yeah, you are. No, you're not. She's bipolar. No, I'm bipolar. I say, well, hospital records say she's borderline. No, she isn't. She's bipolar. Pharmaceutical tech would say bipolar and borderline can overlap. It's a 1.7% chance that you can be autistic with borderline with bipolar. But if anyone knows anything about bipolar, it doesn't have the symptoms except for overlapping with borderline. Unfortunately, with borderline borders on neurosis and psychosis, which means borders on borderline, borders on bipolar, and schizophrenia. I read about 200 books on borderline. So if it is Chloe's parents, I'm not going to talk you down. I'm not going to belittle you. But I will tell you that unless you're willing, damn, sorry, that was problematic with the spaghetti sauce. We had spaghetti for dinner. It's tasty. We actually got a can of sauce that had actual meat in it. That unless you can handle Chloe, she could do the same serious shit she has done here, where we are walking on eggshells trying to keep our apartment because she gets a serious weed up her ass and she wants to go and make a threat towards the neighbor. Neighbor hears it. We get eviction notice. Don't make these threats. We have to go to a meeting. Then we have to go to another meeting. Then we have to go to another meeting because she slams doors, or she slams cupboards, or she talks loud, or she says she wants to see the fucking neighbor fry. Or I've been trying to talk to the mental people and say, look, A, you need to get her to have her do more chores, and B, big one, help on her temper. She has explosive intermittent temper. She can get angry at little things. Tonight, usually if she sees a comment like, come home, blah, 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 she'll get angry. But today, just like me, she's laughing about it because she's thinking in her head, and I can tell you this, looking after Chloe so long, that she wants to know, who the fuck are you? Is it my mom? Is my mom bored? Is it my grandmother? I can tell you, she's been wanting to check in with her grandma for a while. A few times she says, oh, I tried calling my grandmother, but the phone gets picked up and then gets hung up. Which reminds me, if it is your mom, Chloe, I do want to say that your mom would know that our Skype phone number that connects directly through the internet, as long as Skype's on, it can ring, that she could call. You could call. By the way, Chloe, do you really want to hear something interesting?
Sure.
I'll give you a bit of advice. Whoever is doing this is still watching. I'm going to give you a piece of advice that would justify me, like Dennis Leary's song, I'm an asshole. Okay? You want my advice?
Sure.
If it's your mother and she says, call me, you know what you do? You look at the time. It says it's 10:30. You go and you pick the phone up and you call your mom right now.
Yeah.
And you say, so, Mom, you wanted me to call. Then you know it's her. If it's not her, you call your grandma. And you say, hey, you wanted me to call. It's not your grandmother. Then you know it's not your grandmother. It's someone else. And so, technically, yeah, Commander Jess, I've been live for about 30 or 2 hours. So, that's what you do. You basically call your grandmother, your mother, and you do it that way. And you do it. And you do it. And you do it. And so, Commander Jess, who's a friend of mine, who called me a liar, was just like, wow, you're live. I've been live for 2 hours and 13 minutes. And so, like I said, your best course of action, Chloe, so Commander Jess wants me in a shiny top, outfit change, but I'm wearing a pink one. I'm wearing a black bra, but you get the idea. So for some of you out there, like Commander Jess, who's like, wow, outfit change, I will get into a shiny top, but I got 3 other videos. Like I said, it's transgendered related. So Commander Jess just says, we'll get to it. I won't bother you. So I'm running out of gas on this video. I know Dinky went to bed because she's got to work in the morning. So whoever's watching this is probably a couple people, probably YouTube, the COPA people, probably the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC. They're always looking for that. And remember what I said. My video is not.
Oh, the Copa came pick up their person.
Yeah, but so Chloe, can I ask you before I sign off soon? Are you really thinking of calling your mother tonight?
No, it's too late. It's too late to call. There, it's like, you know what time in Ohio it is?
Yeah, it's 1:32 in the morning. They said call you, so I figured you'd call tonight and say, hey, you wanted me to call you? Then you know if it's her or not.
Yeah, I'll just
Come here. Come here. I know I'm not supposed to do this. It's my channel. But here is the mobster with his haircut. Doesn't he look cute? He looks like a little Shih Tzu. That's shaved. Actually, he looks like a little schnauzer with that little beak of his. He's like, rank. Reminds me of that one movie. What was that one movie, Moppy, with the doggies in it? The Disney movie where you got the Colonel, and I think it's 101 Dalmatians. I think it is where the guy's a schnauzer and he's called the Colonel and he's like woof woof, or the general or the major or whatever. And he's like woof woof. Okay, I'm on it. And like, yeah, I don't know. He doesn't look like a sheepdog though. Oh yeah, you're so cute. You're like, hello, my name is Moppy. Hello everyone, I'm Moppy. I'm a dog. I'm looking at the cage right now because there's a bunny in there, and I'd like to have a little rabbit haunch. Yeah. But anyways, there you have it, everyone. Like I said, time and time again, I got other videos I got to make. I really wanted to get into my video game tonight, but I guess I'm going to have to address the other videos live tonight. So once I find the shiny top, which I got to dig for because Jess digs the shiny top, and I don't want to disappoint Jess. But like I said, when it comes to my videos, video is going to be transgendered issues, why gay men don't want trans women, why straight men don't want trans women, and why trans women and trans men shouldn't be stealing genetic women's sports titles and claiming that they're more female than, say, Dinky or even Chloe's mom. Chloe's mom's more female than most because Chloe's mom literally gave birth. Now, I'm not saying, anything negative. I'm just putting the facts out there. So, my other videos will be shorter. I've been going too long in this video, so I just want to say to you all with COPA, chill the fuck out. It'll go fine. If your video gets deleted, oh well. If your channel gets deleted, oh well. Just make sure you check mark the box that it is for adult content only. Comes to Chloe. Time and time again, like I said, Chloe can leave at any given time. I even encourage Chloe to leave. She knows this. And the reason for it is, and I'll make this brief, is because she is a handful. Literally, she is a handful. And And she knows as well as I do that, and her family, I think, does, and my family does. We're all looking after each other. I'm looking after Chloe. Chloe wants to leave. Chloe can leave. Maybe Chloe's family wants her going home because they know I can't support her. Maybe they think Chloe can get disability faster there. Unlikely because it's a red state, but what the hell? What Chloe said in tonight's video, like I said, was that her mom doesn't want her home. Now, this is coming from Chloe's mouth, not mine. So, if it is Chloe's mom, all I'm going to say is don't shoot the messenger. Chloe said it with her own mouth that her family wants her to get well and go back to Ohio. Now, let me just tell you my thoughts for a second. If you want Chloe to go directly from here to a mental hospital, from the mental hospital, and have them send her home, that, in my opinion, is the biggest Medicaid fraud I can see, because the taxpayer shouldn't be paying for her to go all the way home when her Medicaid is in Washington. It's like me going to Portland, having Chloe going to Portland too, and having Chloe checked into a Portland mental hospital so her grandfather can check her in. Even with Medicaid, she's still going to end up with the hospital bill because Portland Medicaid or Washington Medicaid won't pay for Portland, vice versa. Each state's different. Now, it's not nationwide. Medicare is nationwide, but as I said to the Social Security guy, who said Chloe needs mental help and has to have help till like 2023. I said, you're trying to charge her, and not charge her as in criminal, but trying to get her on Social Security disability, not SSI. SSI is for people that haven't worked, and so they get a fixed amount of Medicaid. So if she got disability, let's just say $400 or $600 or $1,000 a month, she would qualify for only Medicare, which means it's nationwide. But if she gets Medicare, she doesn't qualify for Medicaid. Therefore, she's stuck on disability for life because Medicare doesn't pay for mental health. It only covers 80% of hospital and clinic bills. They don't take Medicaid. You go to Washington and you go to a place like Grand Integrated Service, Catholic Charities, Confluence, Columbia Valley Community Health, Sound. They asked, do you have Medicare or Medicaid? If you have Medicare, we can't see you. If you have Medicaid, welcome to the club. Plain and simple. They get more money and more services with Medicaid. Medicare doesn't cover it. I got to pay out of my own pocket for therapy. $150 a session. So, with that said, think of it. Think of it. Now, if Chloe's mom told Chloe, get help first, then come home, fine. But if it isn't Chloe's mom, it's someone else, fine too. I'm not belittling you. I'm not stupid as a box of rocks either. I've been on disability since 2002. I know when shit hits the fan. So, with that said, everyone, I'm going to go find a shiny top for Jess. Please look for my other videos. Please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestion. Hit that like and subscribe button. It's wholesome fun even for your family, including your dogs and your cats and your service dogs and grandmas and Chloe's family and my family. Thanks for watching, everyone. Captain's Log out. USS Excelsior, NCC 77246. This transmission ends now.